As we continue to explore the fascinating world of beards in ancient Egypt, let's now look at something a little more whimsical, the myths and legends that surrounded beards. In a culture as rich in storytelling and symbolism as Egypt, it's no surprise that facial hair had its own share of divine and mythical associations. One of the most notable stories involves Osiris, the god of the afterlife, resurrection, and agriculture. Osiris was often depicted with a long, flowing beard, his face one of the most widely recognized in ancient Egyptian iconography. His beard wasn't just a feature of his physical appearance. It was a symbol of his divine power. In fact, his beard was often emphasized in artwork, highlighting his immortality and his role as a ruler of both the living and the dead. In one famous myth, Osiris is said to have used his beard to restore life to the earth after his death. The beard was not just a physical characteristic, but a symbol of eternal life and spiritual strength. But it wasn't just the gods who wore beards with significance. Many Egyptian pharaohs were depicted in a very specific, iconic way, with false beards, to emphasize their divine status. These beards were often made of precious materials, like gold, and were crafted to look as though they were naturally part of the king's appearance. In this way, the beard became a representation of godly authority. It's almost as if the pharaohs were saying, "I am not just a ruler on earth, I am also connected to the divine." And their beards served as the visual representation of that statement. What's even more fascinating is that mythological creatures in Egyptian lore were also often depicted with beards. Take, for example, the Sphinx. This iconic figure, with the body of a lion and the head of a man, is often shown with a prominent beard, sometimes even adorned with a gold tip. The Sphinx is one of the most recognizable symbols of Egypt, and its beard played a significant role in its imagery. The beard added to its aura of mystery and authority, reminding people that the Sphinx was not just a statue, but a mythological creature capable of profound wisdom and knowledge. In fact, historians still debate the origins of the Sphinx and what it truly represented, with many believing that the beard was symbolic of the ancient Egyptian kingship. Interestingly, the idea of bearded gods wasn't limited to Egypt. Many ancient cultures, including the Greeks and Romans, also had deities with powerful, majestic beards, showing that facial hair was often associated with authority and divinity. However, Egypt seemed to take this association to a whole new level, integrating beards into both royal culture and spiritual beliefs. In Egyptian mythology, beards were often seen as almost magical, capable of connecting rulers and gods to the eternal realm. Historians still argue about how much mythology influenced the physical grooming habits of the Egyptians. Was it the stories about gods like Osiris that made beards so central to Egyptian culture? Or did the importance of beards in real life inspire these divine depictions? Whatever the answer, one thing is clear. Beards were not just facial hair in ancient Egypt. They were symbolic of a higher power.